What's up, everybody? It's the Oracle of Elohim. Somebody must be taking flights. I don't know who. Me Yahuwah is me next. Okay, I'm claiming it if y'all ain't. How y'all doing? I am enjoying the sun for a change because, I don't know, this place, I don't know, the sun don't come out enough. But anyway, and I'd be so excited to see it too. But that ain't what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about is what the Spirit was leading me to talk about with you guys. You know, some of y'all have some beautiful little ones. I hope you are good parents and you're being mindful and prayerful. That's what the Spirit wants y'all to know. Because it's so important. That is, if you're not one of the ones that's, after me. Because they're trying to keep it. But I'm here to speak. Okay? They who should have been raising me, loving me, and keeping me safe and not harming me by blocking me and siphoning my energy. Yeah. So I just pray that the Most High will dispatch the Holy Spirit to save that little one that may be experiencing something like I did, if not worse, because we know that each year or each day the enemy gets more craftier. Yeah. So, my last post where I was talking about the Road Runner. Y'all remember that cartoon? Child, some of these TV shows, I don't know, these demonic people, they believe in. So it's imperative that I believe and trust in the Most High that He is going to fight this battle. Because, child, the Road Runner, every time he got squashed by a big old boulder rock, his flat behind get right back up and start running after his target. Is this not what these people doing to me or you or us? Right. So when someone makes you a target, and you say, Most High, I forgive them. I really do. However, Most High, in my forgiving, they just keep doing and doing and doing and trying to end and unalive and rob and steal and KILL. And in the midst of me forgiving Abba, can you please make it where I can live in peace, have some shalom on your beautiful earth in this realm that you afforded to every life that came from a woman's womb? Can you imagine the beauty of being a mother, right? Let's let that bird in the sky go by, okay? But anyway, can you imagine the beauty of having a life come from you? But somehow, the one that I came from, her heart, I don't know, her heart was callous towards me from the start. And it still is that way today, and that is why I am in this situation here. Because she hates me so much, and she stole something from me. And I forgive her. It's actually pretty sad to be that hateful and jealous of something that is an extension of you, but you chose not to do something with yourself And because you did that, you chose to siphon from a little child and then put hexes and curses and spells on her. And in your mind, you wanted her to fail so that you and possibly the other two siblings of mine could succeed. But I mean, that just don't make any sense to me. Why a person would act that way. And I just been saying prayers for the little ones, or even adults now who were possibly mentally challenged. I mean, literally mentally challenged, and they are with families such as this who are abusive, and they do debauchery, sinister things against someone who don't have a clue, because I really didn't have a clue that my family didn't like me. So, it doesn't bother me really. I really feel sad for them because they're going to miss me, because I am gone, and I am gone for good. And rightfully so, because you don't want to be around somebody who has the potential to want and try deliberately to harm you. So if you want your life peaceful, you must, make room for banishing and throwing away that which no longer serves your highest good. And it's a shame that, I had to do that with my entire family. Wow. God. My entire family. Oh, well. Moving forward, because, the Most High could bring you something better, something that would appreciate you and celebrate even when you have a downfall. They say, oh, it's not the end of the world. You can start over again, and even if you lost that battle or you failed at that, try it again. It may succeed if you maybe critique this or that, but no, these people would when they see me thriving, or if I'm just happy, they would do something to take that from me. Imagine, that is so sad. Thank you, Most High, that they will never have that opportunity again. Never. I don't care what church coven is a part of this group trying to take my joy, the joy that the Most High gives. It doesn't come natural. It's the joy that He gives. So how can you take something that the Most High has given to me freely? God. Anyway, all I'm saying is, parents, be sure and confident and persistent. If you love that extension of you, that one day will make you proud, if you nurture it and love it. Although I wasn't nurtured and loved, and yes, I made some mistakes, and yes, I invited things into my life because of the environment. So it's so important that the environment is nurturing, healing. And, I've been saying a prayer for, couples, because this economy is kind of rough. It's rough. Yeah, it's rough. But certainly, you all know that drinking, drugging, hoeing is not the answer for that. I know you know that, because then when you do that, your mind is not fully in its higher self. And then people like the people that were in my life that was trying to end my life would come on in, like that parable. The devil will come to see if your house is still empty. Then he's going to come back with 7 more. So it's imperative that you make sure your house and your natural house is in order, right? So that you won't continue to get 7 times 70. Ain't that what he say? 7 times 70, forgive your enemies. Good Lord, that's a lot of times to forgive somebody. So 7, if the devil keeps seeing you not filling your house with anything, and he keep piling on them demons, ooh, something gonna pop. And it's probably gonna be you if you don't clean up your house, and the enemy is going to succeed with having you in a whole walk of shame and disgrace and going off the earth, probably with a public shame and ruin, and it is what it is. All I know is I want the light of Elohim to engulf the earth and the people of the earth, so we can share this earth together, because it is beautiful. Beautiful, rich and wealthy for all to be able to consume, and then it's still some more, right? So we don't have to be greedy about the earth. It's just so much of it to obtain, and I don't think that there is anyone, even in history, has seen all of the earth and what it has to offer. So we all have a portion, and whatever your portion is, go ahead and ask Elohim for it. And if you're worthy of it, he's going to give it to you. Like, I know my portion is coming to me because I did not deserve this. And it's a shame where my parents, and probably some other child's parent or children or teenagers, who knows, parents have made deals with the devil so they can stay afloat because your life is not going the way you want it to. Don't do that. Don't do that behind your child's back. Mess up their life and offer them up to a dark deity, because you never know the plans that the Most High has for that child while you're trying to recreate a destiny for a person that the Most High say, okay, I'm going to allow this man and this woman to their seeds to come together and make a human that I'm going to allow to come in this earth. And then he say, parents, teach your child, right? So how in the world did parents or my parents come up with the conclusion, oh, well, this is what we're going to teach her. We're going to siphon her, use her up till we can't use her no more, and this is how we're going to live our life and get rich and live longer than the Most High said that you're going to live. Ain't that some stupid stuff? That's crazy. When you think you can rewrite the story, because he said he is the author and the finisher of our faith. So how in the world were you going to rewrite my story? See, so I know this is temporary, where you try to navigate and marginalize my life, right? So it's very temporary, and your situation is too. All the riches and stuff that you may have stole from others and me is temporary, because you didn't go about it the right way. You went about it with ignorance and hate, and something that Yahuwah does not celebrate, congratulate, or do any of that nonsense. Now, whatever you read in the Bible where he said, okay, I think it was King Saul, I think, where he said, you're going to go to this town and I'm going to tell you when, and you're going to kill all of the people of that country or that town or that tribe or that, right? And then he said, and then it was one of those kings. I don't know if it was Saul, because I think Saul was supposed to not touch any of the assets. But it was one of those stories where a king went annihilated the people, and then the Most High say, then you will take their possessions, right? But there was a reason why the Most High allowed that to happen. When you sit up there and take from a child that can't even speak or think for themselves, and they look for you to feed them a bottle, take care of their needs, their hygiene needs, and you sit up there and offer them up to a deity instead of offering them back to the Most High like He told you to, and then you thought you were winning, and you thought you're going to win. No, you're not. Okay? Think about that again. Think about what I just said. Rewind it if you need to. Okay? Because, no, that's not happening. Okay? It's a difference if I was of understanding and you came to me and say, okay, this is what we do, this is how we get down. Are you in or you out? Then you all probably would have succeeded. But I pray today, that our youth will come into the understanding of right and wrong, even if it's coming from their parents, somebody that they love, and they know that it's wrong, but they want to please their parent. No, you don't. You want to please the Most High, because your parent is just a stepping stool for you to come into this realm. So when they do wrong, let them stand in their own ignorance and be punished by their own ignorance. Because when you come into the knowledge of right and wrong, you're going to be punished for your ignorance. That is why it behooves me when I see some young people who was sent by some older person, if not their parent, who is against me because of what you did to me. And then you send your child to try to taunt and haunt somebody, and then not having the understanding that your child is old enough to know right from wrong. And so when that punishment get handed down, are you going to be, oh, my baby, blah, 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 when you the one sent them to do wrong? And whatsoever a man soweth, that they may reap. When you're hateful, spiteful, murderous, a thief, a deceiver, a liar, well, should it not come back to you? Why? What kind of fool thinks that they just go about their day and just do anything that they want to do to somebody that's harmful, malicious, hateful, and it's not going to come back to you? And because you all have gotten away with it for just about all my life, you just thought you were going to be successful. But just like that psalm say, that my enemies are saying, aha, aha, where's her God? And the Most High say, aha, aha, it's time for you to pay the piper. Now that's funny, isn't it? I'm just saying. Woo! I'm just saying. It's funny to me. Because, when I first got in this situation, it was a little bit unbearable. But I know that I'm not staying in this situation, because every good thing can either propel to something better, or depending on how you got it, it's going to rescind and you're going to fall because you didn't go about it the right way. So, how I feel about this situation is, so the things that I did when, I was of an understanding, but I was truly manipulated by the plans of my enemy. And my enemy conjured up all these contracts before I even knew that this hateful family was against me the whole time. So I thank God for grace, mercy, and moving forward from this. So, I just pray that you parents, when you're blessed with a beautiful extension of you by the grace and mercy of the Almighty, because some of us it might be like Hannah barren, but Hannah, was fortunate by God's grace to bear a child eventually. But some of us probably never will, and we desire that. And, I don't know. Whatever Hannah did, the barren women did back in the days, pick up your Bible and read about it. If you're not, a foul person, the Most High can offer up an extension to you like he did for Hezekiah. Extension of life, vitality. Like the woman with the issue of blood, he healed her body to stop that senseless bleeding, right? So stop trying to siphon from other human beings, because that's not why we were born, for you to siphon from us, right? Now, it is different, like, what you all are doing in Psalms 37, where you say, like a flower, you will soon see them wither away. Why live your life like the Most High don't like what you're doing, and he's over Beelzebub, Satan, Lucifer, darkness. He's over that. He gives yes, you can do that to her, but you won't be doing that to her. He gives that authority, like the story of Job, right? That's why I say I just choose to walk in the light. And people do get angry, I get angry. But he says, sin not in your anger. And I know how to by the grace and mercy of the Almighty and the Holy Spirit, I know how to snap myself back into alignment. Thank God, because anger can lead you down a path that's not good. Anyway, I don't know who this is that just parked beside me trying to mess up my concentration. But anyway, you church covens, yeah. Y'all need to stop y'all foolishness. You really do. Like, where I am now, there's a particular person that I seen in another town over, maybe an hour away, and now they're here with me again. Like, I mean, and they're probably older than me, and they may not be. Who knows? Because when you do witchcraft and stuff, you start looking like it, right? Because you're a witch. You do dark bull crap, so you start looking like what you do, which rightfully so. Like the words say, cover their face with shame. Period. Point blank. Right? But anyway, and since I have ear hustlers, every time I make a move and go to a certain spot, there she go. Is she trying to put witchcraft on me? Well, I beg to differ, honey. I'm going to send that right back to you, and may it wipe you out. Because I don't even know you. You don't know me, and I don't know who paying you to be by me, haunt me, taunt me, put things on me, return to sender, honey. Rona, I don't want you to get back up. That's my prayer to the Elohim, okay? And that's in forgiveness, okay? So, I forgive you, however, there must be a judgment call. If you're not going to stop, I mean, really. Okay? Is that why King David wanted that slingshot for Goliath? Because he wasn't going to stop unless you stop him. So, Most High, thank you for stopping my enemies in their track and their hateful deeds and their bane magic wherever I go. The blood of Yeshua proceed before me. The Holy Spirit proceed before me, so you can clear my pathway from these enemies who have congregated even in my car on my phone, to hear what I'm doing, to try to spy on me. Everything I do, you trying to figure it out. But I thank you, Most High, that you're hiding me, my most intimate, and whatever it is about me that you don't want the enemy to know. You're hiding me under the shadow of your wing, as your word says, and I receive it, because it's not up to you to be sitting up here spying on me. There's no reason for you to be spying on me unless you are a thief. Okay? Or a murderer. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Is that what the word says? So that must be what you are. So may the Most High cover your face with all of that so the world can know who you are. And we can push you away, shoo you away, like you wanted me to have the spirit of rejection. Return to sender. You wanted me to be in wanting, never to obtain. Return to sender, every one of you. 7 ways worse, right? Because I don't even know half of my haters, followers, that is of negative energy, of darkness. I don't even know you. You don't even know me other than what the person who hired you told you about me. You know, so why you're doing it out of ignorance, I don't know. You need money? Okay, well, you should have bent your knees or laid prostrate before Yahuwah Elohim, or, you know, if you got friends that could help you out, go to them and say, hey, you got a gig I can do so I can make some extra money. You know, like I was saying with the church thing. The man or woman of God, yes, could be taken care of by the congregation if you're doing the right thing and not doing bang magic on your time off from the church, you know. But when your congregation, some of them are not doing so good, do y'all help out? Like I said, all these offerings, right? When you have different people who are capable, more than capable of the different things that y'all want to take up collections for. So if you have that already in your church, why aren't you utilizing them? I mean, something that's a rush situation is a burst pipe, but still you have that right in your church. If you have a plumber, an electrician, a contractor, right? I just feel like the people of the church who's utilizing the church, who's giving your money to the church, your expertise could be used in the church. Then you won't have to give so much money. Like I say, if y'all wanted to say, okay, we're going to take care of the pastor's mortgage within reason, there's a cap on it, right? Because as I seen it, the Old Testament, the Most High sent Adam out. Go ahead, work. So Adam was out there working, right? Not depending on someone else to take care of them or live lavish life while somebody else is going paycheck to paycheck, right? So, I mean, that's just something for, you churches to consider. You're going to pay for the pastor's mortgage, or y'all build a house for him to live rent-free while he's your reverend or pastor, and then the rest, you're like everybody else, you handle, unless, I don't know. I'm just saying. Because some of y'all be going overboard with all this offering. You give 100, you know you able to give it that. What? It's not about all that, is it? Because y'all done turned into some greedy, beaties. I'm just saying. Because we all know. See, now the Spirit just say, y'all have become bamboozled. Because when you go to the altar, the pastor say, if you believe in your heart and you say that Yeshua was here, was slain, and was raised on the third day, and ascended back to the Father, Elohim, and you believe that in your heart, you will have salvation. So how in the world are we so bamboozled that paid $25 for this prayer cloth? I can pray for myself, but if you're going to pray for me, thank you for praying for me, but I don't need no cloth that you may have put some witchcraft on. And you know, I used to do that, so that's why I'm talking about it. And that further lets me know I had some heavy stuff to clear off me, because if I'm being tracked, stalked, and followed by my family, when I was going to, because I patronized TBN, ain't no telling. I'm not saying TBN sent it to me, but maybe it was redirected to these fools where they knew I was waiting for your holy water or your prayer cloth, and they intercepted it and then sent me what they wanted me to have, which was tainted and full of wickedness, to further bind me to their dark magic and rituals so they can live off my energy and suppress me, right? So all I'm saying is, if salvation is free, y'all need to stop all that. It's a wonderful thing to come together with beautiful people and to socialize. It's kind of scary for me right now, because, I mean, when you tell people certain things, it's almost like they want to feed off of it, like the gnashing of the teeth. Oh, I want what they have, and now I know their weakness. They are going through this experience because that's what happened to me. When I'm going through something and I will pour it out to my quote-unquote family, they further try to crush me. Can you imagine that? You're sitting up there vulnerable in a weak state, looking for help, and then they in turn gaslight you, word salad, and when you're not there, they're doing divination. And okay, this car over here, this car right here, I don't know what they're doing, but a bee just came. So they're probably trying to send a bee to me. Because they pulled up, you know, when I kept looking, they pulled up every time I do a video. Somebody want to pull up as if they trying to control my throat chakra. Return to sender. Control yourself, because you're acting like a child. I'm a grown woman, and whatever I want to say, it's a free world. I'm in a free country to do so. I'm not evoking anything but somebody to use your mind and your heart. Bend your knees if you can, if you're in that position to do so, and pray. Or you ain't even got to do that, you know. I mean, it is out of respect, because you're showing the Most High that you're in a low state, and I want you to pick me up, Most High, because I know you are the right person, you are the right spirit that I need. Now, I don't know why all those horns going, because the car that's passing by that was doing it. Ain't nothing in front of them. But anyway, so let's continue. So all I'm saying, people, is there is a creator, and there is standards that we must go by. Yeshua proceeded before me, you, and anything you ask in Yeshua HaMashiach name. So, you know, that's free. That didn't cost you a thing. Not a thing. When I used to be crying in my room, when I shared that apartment with that vile brother of mine, Vile, right? I would just say, Yeshua. And there are some songs that say, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. However I call him, Yeshua. And, at some point, we all need to use our minds and stop being greedy, stop trying to take from other people so you can live a certain life, because that's not of God, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to break anybody. I'm just speaking the truth, right? And like if the congregation like what they pastor have and you lacking or whatever, then okay, that's on you. But I just know that I want to enjoy this land too. And we all can seek the Most High for ourselves. Quiet, not quiet, but at the end of the day. But He did say, "Come together to reason with your brethren." So when your brethren and you come together, it's not for you to be taking what you have learned like a narcissist and then saying, "Oh, this is what I'm going to do so I get further." Be over this person, triumph over this person, crush this person, take from this person. That's crazy. I mean, that's just been my experience. So, you let me know what you all think about your experience, or maybe it's time for you to reevaluate and say, why is this not working out? It used to work out. I mean, I'm going to this church. I like this church. And I'm just saying, instead of the holding of the hands, why can't we go like this? He say, lift up holy hands, all ye gates, right? While we're praying. Because I don't know what the next person did before they came to church, what they did last night, what they did last week, right? So whatever, we holding hands now. That's just my perception of things, right? Unless mates, husband and wives, right? Hopefully your husband or your wife is on your side with the Most High. But if they're not, shame. Because the two should become one, right? But anyway, if that's not the case, or if it is the case, that's a beautiful thing. That's what the Apostle Paul was talking about. It's better if you don't get married, but if you do, I'm just saying. But you have to be on the same page with everything and know your mate. That's all I'm saying. Because undoubtedly my mate made a choice, and his choice is his choice. Because I ain't with foolishness, and the next person I do get with, they not going to be with that foolishness either. Because they already know about life. Like I have known about life, right? Or we all had to learn something, and hopefully we learn of the light, and we hate and repel darkness. Because that's where I am. I hate it with a passion. Okay. So anyway, that's all. I'm so glad the sun is out. Such a necessary thing around here for some people, but never mind. Anyway, I noticed something, and I'm gonna leave that alone. Or maybe I'll put it like this: it's a shame that people go through do the most. I don't know what y'all even call that when y'all do have sex somewhere in a public place trying to attack somebody. I don't know what you call that, but I noticed something where I was, and it was like the soap in the bathroom that I used from the dispenser wasn't like that. So when I looked down at the ground, I do believe that was semen. So, I mean, just That's just gross, people. And, you know, before I entered in there, I seen the individual that walked out of there. A young person with pink hair. That's why I say it's a shame for you older people to be inspiring these young people to do such deviant things, just canceling out their chances of, living life, getting old gracefully, while they're trying to attack somebody that they don't even have a clue. Why are you doing it? Because someone else told you to do it? Why are you doing it? But I was like, oh my God, really? I don't know. That's weird to me. It's weird, but he said, think it not strange when these things happen. It is strange, but and if a parent send your child to do some crazy stuff like that, you don't care anything about yourself nor your child. So, it is what it is. Everybody, have a beautiful day. I guess I want to do whatever it is I want to do. Because I am liberated through the blood of Yeshua. I am liberated. So anyway, have a beautiful day, people. Okay?